guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, welcome. My name is Monica. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the new releases coming out in July, plus my July TBR. Okay, so let me go over a couple little things because you're hearing stuff. That is my fan. I would have had this filmed yesterday and edited up, and you're going to see this tomorrow. It is over 100 degrees outside right now, and my AC in my house broke on Sunday. So we were not able to get it fixed yesterday, but we were able to get it fixed this morning, and it's still a little toasty in here, and I am not going to sit here in 85 degree weather, or because that's what the temperature is right now still in my house, with a lot of humidity. So the fan's staying on so I don't overheat, because it is right now 103 degrees outside. So let's get into the books. Starting off on July 1st is Overruled by Lana Ferguson. This is a standalone, and it is going to have all the releases, paperback, ebook, and audiobook, and the narrators are Samantha Summers and Connor Crayas. Also on July 1st is Save Me by Mona Caston. This is book 1 in the Maxton Hall series. They had made it an English version of Maxton Hall. It's going to be releasing on all the forms, paperback, ebook, and audiobook, and the narrators are Will Watt and Marissa Callan. Also on July 1st is Let's Make a Scene by Laura Wood. This looks super cute. It's going to have all the releases because this is traditionally published, and the narrators are Heather Long and Sam Stafford. Then on July 1st is The Invitation by Jodi Ellen Malpass. This is book 1 in the Arlington Hall series, so we're getting a new series from her, and it's going to have all the releases, paperback, ebook, and audiobook, and the narrator is Shakira Shute. Also on July 1st is Destination Weddings and Other Disasters by MC Vaughn. This is book 2 in her Belize Dream series, and it's going to have all the releases because this, I believe, is also traditionally published, but it looks super cute. It's going to have paperback, ebook, and audiobook, and the narrator is Meg Selvin. Also on July 1st is This Much Is True by Vivian Lorette. This is book 3 in the Liars Club series, and this is historical romance. It's going to have all the releases, paperback, ebook, and audiobook, and the narrator is Faye Adele. For an audiobook release only, so the book is already out, so you can get it on paperback and ebook as we speak. But we're going to get an audiobook, and it is If You Give a CEO a Chance by Ann Einerson. This is book 3 in the Aston Grove series, and the narrators are Lucas Dixon and Heather Firth. And then we're going to have another audiobook release only, but this time it's going to be on July 8th, and it is Sweet Prison by Neva Altaj. This is book 10 in her Perfectly Imperfect series, and the narrators are going to be Gregory Salinas and Allison Voller. Releasing on July 8th is Sounds Like Trouble by Pamela Samuels Young and Dwayne Alexander Smith. This is book 2 in the Sounds Like a Plan series, and it's going to have all the releases, paperback, ebook, and audiobook, and the narrators are Jamie Lincoln Smith and Angel Penn. Also on July 8th is The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy by Bridget Knightley. This is book 1 in the Dearly Beloved series. This is a romantasy, and I believe this is Draco Hermione fanfiction. I've heard it is, and I heard it isn't. I don't know, but it's going to have paperback, ebook, and audiobook. It probably might actually have hardcover. This book everybody is excited for. Ebook and audiobook. They did not announce the narrators. The narrators are nowhere to be found, so I can't tell you who the narrators are, but I know I will be reading it when it comes out. And then on July 8th is The Undercutting of Rosie and Adam by Megan Bannon. This is book 3 in the Heart and Mercy series, and it's going to have all the releases, paperback, ebook, and audiobook, and the narrators are Jim Franglone and Casey Rogers. And then on July 8th as well is The Summer Storms by Sarah McLean, and it will have all the releases, paperback, ebook, and audiobook, and the narrator is going to be Julia Whalen. Also on July 8th is Rose in Chains by Julie Soto. This is book 1 in her This is book 1 in her, it's the auction, okay? I don't know what the name of the series is, but I do know that I did listen to it because I got the ALC, and you will hear my final thoughts on that on Saturday. But it's going to have all the releases, hardback, ebook, and audiobook, and the narrator is Ella Lynch. and she did do a fantastic job. Lastly, on July 8th, we're going to get an audiobook release only for Summer People by Brittany Nicole and Jenny Barra. And the narrators are Samantha Bretmore, Connor Crayas, Angela Roca, Teddy Hamilton, and Avery Karras. Then on July 10th is The Wildest One by Marnie Mann. This is book 2 in the Western Group series, and it's going to have ebook, paperback, and audiobook, and the narrators are going to be Savannah Peachwood and Sean Masters. Then on July 10th is Somehow You Knew by Harlow James. This is book 5 in the Carrington Co. series. It's going to have ebook, paperback, and audiobook, and the narrators are Aaron Mallon and Rondon Francis. Then on July 10th is Crazy Love by Willow Astor. This is book 5 in the Single Dad's Playbook series, and the narrators are Connor Crayas and Vanessa Edwin. Lastly, on July 10th is I Could Be Yours by Helena Hunting. This is a new standalone, and it's going to have ebook, paperback, and audiobook. I do not know who the audiobook narrators are, as they have not been announced yet. Then we have one release on July 11th, and that is Bourbon and Secrets by Victoria Wilder. This is an audiobook release only, and this is book 2 in the Bourbon Boys series. And the narrators are Lee Samuels and Megan Wicks. And then on July 15th is A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sengyu Mandana, and it's going to have ebook, paperback, and audiobook. I don't know who the narrator is. They have not announced it. Also on July 15th is Roll for Romance by Leonora Woods. It's going to have ebook, paperback, and audiobook, and the narrator is Ellie Gossage. Then on July 16th is Eclipsed Empire by Tessa Hale. This is book 2 in the Wolves of Crescent series, and it's going to have ebook, paperback, and audiobook. And the narrators are Vanessa Moyen, Connor Crayas, Jason Clark, J.F. Harden, Shane East, and Teddy Hamilton. Then on July 17th is When We Bloom by Kristen Proby. This is book 3 in her Blackwells of Montana series. It's going to have all the releases, paperback, ebook, and audiobook, and the narrators are Connor Crayas and Emma Wilder. Then on July 18th is Forgotten Dreams by Natasha Madison, and it's book 5 in the Dream series, and it's going to have all the releases, paperback, audiobook, and ebook, and the narrators are Gregory Salinas and Savannah Peachwood. Then on July 22nd is Chasing Shelter by Catherine Cowles. This is book 5 in the Sparrow Fall series. It's going to have ebook, paperback, and audiobook, and I'm so excited for this one. The narrators are going to be Jason Clark and Desiree Ketchum. Also on July 22nd is Love is a War Song by Danica Nava, and it's going to have all the releases, paperback, ebook, and audiobook, and the narrator is going to be Kayla Garcia. And then we're going to have an audiobook release only on July 22nd, and it's for Chilled and Thrilled by Cleo White. This is book 1 in the Daddy Issues series. These are like 3 little smutty novellas, and they're fantastic. But the narrators are going to be Savannah Thomas and Lee Samuels. Then on July 23rd is The Sun in Her Burn by Gianna Darling. This is book 2 in the Impossible Universe trilogy, and it's going to have ebook, paperback, audiobook. I do not know who the narrators are. They have not been announced, and I haven't even seen a cover for it, but I'm sure she will preview the cover and tell us who the narrators are and everything in the next couple weeks or so. Anyway, on July 29th is Road Trip with a Rogue by Kate Bateman. This is book 3 in Her Majesty's Rebel series, and it's going to have all the releases, paperback, ebook, and audiobook, and the narrator is Beverly A. Crick. Then on July 29th is The Wrath of the Dragons by Olivia Rose Darling. This is book 2 in the Fear the Flames series. I haven't even read book 1. I need to get on that. But anyway, it's going to have all the releases. It's going to be hardcover over paperback, I'm sure. And it's going to have ebook and audiobook. And the narrators are Stuart Clark and Savannah Vander Westhuizen. And I probably butchered her name, and I'm sorry. Also on July 29th is a audiobook release only for Direbound. It's by Sable Sorensen, and it's the first book in the Wolves of Rune series, and the narrators are Avery Karras and Gabrielle Michael. Then on July 29th is Grace Harris is Under Construction by Kate Hash, and it's going to have all the releases, paperback, audiobook, and ebook, and the narrator is Brittany Presley. Lastly, on July 29th is Over the Moon by Laura Pavlov. This is book 3 in the Rosewood River series, and it's going to have paperback, ebook, and audiobook, and the narrators are Teddy Hamilton and Charlotte North. Then on July 31st is Mountain Daddy by S.J. Tilley. This is book 2 in the Mountain Men series. It's going to have ebook, paperback, and audiobook, and the narrators are Aaron Mallon and Connor Crayas. Then on July 31st is Precious Hazard by Neva Altaj. This is book 11 in the Perfectly Imperfect series. And it's not going to have an audiobook because it'll come later. She does that. We're getting book 10 on audiobook in July, and then we're getting book 11 in paperback and ebook in July. So it's kind of a fun way to do it, I think. And the last book that's coming out in July is Date Night by Sam Parks, and it's gonna have all the releases, paperback, ebook, and audiobook. And the narrator is Imogen Wild and Joseph Tweedale. So those are all the new releases that are coming out in July. Let's just get to my TBR. So the first book that I'm committing to is for the Black Hat Book Coven. It is a book club that Becky from Bex reads, Jackie from First Lady reads, Lisa from Babe in Library, and Laura from Book Circus. They put it on every month, and I had expressed interest in wanting to read House of Light by Maxim Martineau, and Becky asked me if I wanted to be their guest host in July, and I was like, absolutely. So we're gonna have reading sprints on July 8th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Becky's channel, Bex Reads. I will link all of these lovely ladies down below. And so come join us to read House of Light, or read whatever you want during that reading sprint. Our live show where we'll actually talk about the book is July 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I don't know whose channel that is on, but if I figure it out, I will let you know. And the next book I'm committing to is Marrying Winterbourne by Lisa Kleypas. This is the next book in our read-along. I'm calling it the Lisa Kleypas read-along because we started with The Wallflowers, then we went to The Hathaways, and now we're on The Ravenels, and this is book 2, and it's Marrying Winterbourne, and it is one of my personal favorites, and I absolutely love it. And I will be very excited to reread that book. And then for the Historical Hellions Book Club, ran by Just from Peace Love Books, Samantha from Books with Samantha, and Christy from Christy Reads a Lot. We are going to be reading His Stolen Bride by Shelley Thacker. This is book 1 in the Stolen Bride series, and I'm so excited to read this one. And then for the Nora Roberts read along or book club, I'm not sure what we're calling it now. This is the second year we've done this, and I'm very excited that we're doing this. This is on Just from Peace Love Books. It's on her Patreon, and we are going to be reading Night Work, and this is a reread for me. So I'm not doing any of the new releases on my TBR this month because I have some backlist books I really need to get to, but I am definitely going to be reading Catherine Cowell's new book, Chase and Shelter, When We Bloom, Laura Pavlov's new book. I'm definitely going to be listening to the new Tessa Hale book that left me on a cliffhanger, Eclipsed Empire. I keep wanting to call it something else, but it's Eclipsed Empire. And then of course the Bridget Knightley book, and of course I'm going to be getting to Sweet Prison when it comes out on audiobook. You know me, if there's a Neva Altaj book that comes out on an audiobook, I'm going to pick it up. But these are the next 5 books are the books that I really do need to get to in the month of July. And the first one is Jewels of the Sun by Nora Roberts. This is book 1 in her Gallagher's of Admore series. And this takes place in, I think, Ireland, and it's fantasy, paranormal, and it's Irish. So I definitely going to be getting to that one. And then I'm going to be getting to Tears of the Moon. It's book 2 in the Gallagher's of Ardmore series as well. In the Heart of the Sea, it's the 3rd book in the Gallagher's of Ardmore series. And then I need to get to Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling. I'm putting this on my TBR. It is on my TBR list for romanticies for 2025 I want to read. And since the second book is coming out, I want to make sure I read the first book before the second book comes out. And so that's why that's on there, because I do need to get to it. And the last book I want to get to that I'm definitely committing to is Curvy Girl Summer. This is by Danielle Allen. I have been wanting to read this for the past year. I just have not picked it up, and I figured July is a great time to pick it up. Her newest book in that series just came out, a month or so ago? And everybody is raving about it. Everybody's been raving about Curvy Girl Summer, and she has a 3rd book coming out next year in this series. So I need to get my rear end gear and get this one read. So anyway, those are the 9 books that I am going to be reading, plus all the new releases that are coming out in July. There's a lot of new releases coming out in July. Let me know which ones are you excited for. I mean, I'm obviously going to read Chase and Shelter. I'm going to be reading I Could Be Yours by Helena Hunting. There's all these new releases I know I'm going to be reading, but because I know I'm going to be reading them, I feel like it would be a cheat to put them on my TBR. So that's why I didn't do it. But let me know what you are excited for that's coming out in July. Let me know if you've read any of these books and what did you think of them. Let me know all the stuff down below. And if you made it this far in this video and you want to let me know what you hear, please leave me a rocket emoji, since we are coming up to the 4th of July next week. And until next time, my friends, happy reading. Bye.